Welcome to our gentle chair class with options, of course, to not be on the chair. But anytime I am seated or on my feet, you can be on your feet, on your chair, on down below. So we'll start in an easy seated position and close our eyes. You can be crisscross today or have your legs out wider, could continue to be on your chair. A few affirmations today for forgiveness. I release all hostility. I choose to understand and forgive today. I forgive others and I forgive myself. There's a few, you can choose one of those that resonates with you. I'll repeat them a little bit more. For now, let's just focus on our breath. We can have our palms up or down. We're practicing today our Ujjayi breath. So you know how you could fog up a mirror with your hand? You can try that now. Feel the warmth. And then see how that feels to close your mouth and try to do the same feeling with your nose. Breathing in and out through the nose. So you feel a little bit of vibration in your throat, and focus on that breathing for about a minute or so. Practicing kindness today through our breathing and kindness towards our body. Letting go of hostility and choosing to understand and forgive. Making sure to be gentle today with our bodies, not forcing. Warming up before we hold our poses. So we continue to flow through our Ujjayi breath. Setting an intention for your practice. Let's bring our left hand down to the mat or a block and take our right ear towards our right shoulder. Notice if we're hanging on to any tension today in the shoulder. Lifting the head up, placing the right hand down into the mat. There's a bit of a press with the hand as the ear goes towards the shoulder. We're creating some space in our neck. We'll bring our chin back up and now turn our chin towards our shoulder and flow. Inhale forward, exhale over to the other shoulder. Wherever you want to have your hands today, they can be down on the mat, they could be at heart center, or up or down on our knees. Wherever you are, honor your breath, honor your body today, and breathe. Wonderful. Let's bring both of our arms up. Inhale. Exhale, holding here, releasing the shoulders from the ears. We'll open up our palms and bring the fingertips towards the earth. Flowing through our mountain now, inhaling, sweeping up, exhaling, bringing the hands back towards Mother Earth. Notice the air on your skin. What an absolute gift it is to be here. Great job. Wonderful. Let's bring our left hand down to the mat, maybe right to your forearm or not, and tip over to one side, all the way over to the other side. Flowing lateral flexion, really good for posture. It's okay if your backside lifts up a little bit. Don't want to hurt our lower backs by forcing a grounding down. Love it. All right, let's move on to our twists. Inhale, open up our wings like an eagle or an owl. Exhale, twist over to one side. Inhale, open and twist. So we'll flow side to side. You've got about 5 more of those. Just going to go close the door. On that next twist, let's keep the right hand over on the left knee. And now our left hand will go up. And we'll take our right shoulder towards our right knee and tip over to one side. Oh, that feels lovely. Now, if you're taking care of your neck, you can support your head with your hand. Engage the obliques, so that's those side muscles that run the side of your torso, lift up. We'll take the left hand over to the right knee, right arm up, and our left shoulder towards our left knee. We can reach long or support our head, or even tuck that hand back behind us and just allow gravity to bring us a little further down. Breathe. Turn our music up. You won't be able to hear it, but I will. All right, bring it up. Hands come back behind us. Let's feel the heart open. Soften that space around your heart. Relaxing our jaws, our eyes. If it feels nice for you, a forward fold, a bow towards the earth. Feeling thankful for all the gifts given by the earth. We'll release those hands and make our way to all fours. So take your time. I'll show a few modifications. If you're taking care of your wrists today, you could be seated all fours for your cat and cow, or put your forearms on blocks, and that'll take care of your wrists. Let's move through cat and cow with or without our blocks, exhaling and inhaling into cow. One vertebrae at a time. So the other modification is a seated cat and cow as you continue to flow with whichever one you're choosing. It could be seated, rounding out the spine and then drawing those elbows back and around the rib cage. Few more, a nice long warm up. So important to warm up. One more cat, one more cow, and then we'll move onto our spinal balance, where we're reaching one arm forward and the opposite foot back, flowing side to side. On or off your blocks, or if you're on your chair or standing, the same type of move. An opportunity again to check in with your breath. Inhale as you lengthen, exhale as you come back to neutral. We're flexing our foot, reaching through the heel, stretching our hamstring and warming that up here. One more. Wonderful. Back to your tabletop. So that's a nice flat back, or forearms, or seated, arms in front of us. And we'll do some hip circles, bringing one hip over and then to the other side. That is challenging to do on block. So it's like a figure eight. We'll reach that hip back and around, come back to a tabletop, and then do a circle on the other side. So if you're standing or seated, we've got our little figure eight standing. Get ready for Zumba. I don't know how to teach Zumba. One more, figure eight. And we'll come to a kneeling position. Let's take first our hips back towards our heels. Inhale, rise up. Good, settle in. Take an exhale. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, bring our hands back into our lower back. Draw the elbows together. Inhale, a gentle kneeling camel. And exhale, take our hips back towards, right into child's pose. We've got a couple more of those little flows. Inhale, lift our chest up off our thighs. We're still sitting back on our heels. Exhale, come up. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, arms go and hold our lower back. Inhale, we open up our chest. Exhale, right back to child's pose. Take your time. We've got another few of those flows. Inhale, lifting our chest up off our thighs. Nice strong core. Exhale, sitting up. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, hands behind us. Inhale, opening up into cobra. Or that's not a cobra, that's a camel, but we'll call it cobra. They both start with C. Right back to child's pose. Exhale. You can choose to rest here in your child's pose or resting on your chair, or we'll flow again. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, up we go. Strong glutes. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, anchor into the low back. Inhale, open across the chest. You can lean back if you want to. Exhale, right back to child's pose. We've got one more of those gentle flows. Inhale, lift the belly up so we're sitting back. Exhale, rising up, engage the hip flexors to lift you. Hands rise up. Exhale, hands back. Inhale, open. Exhale, child's pose. That was the last one. Wonderful. Making our way back to all fours. Tucking our toes, either staying in all fours or moving to downward facing dog. So all fours, downward dog, or downward dog on your chair today. All fours, downward dog. Back to all fours. And moving into puppy pose. I'll show the modifications after for the chair. Hands reach wide. So my backside is still up above our knees. So we don't want our back here because then we just mostly be in child's pose. We come to all fours, walk the hands forward, and then the chest goes towards the mat. We draw the shoulder blades together. And if you had a couple blocks or pillows nearby, you could have your elbows there. Lift your chest up a bit more so you can get a deeper stretch. And if it feels okay today, we bring our hands back to touch between our shoulder blades as we stretch our triceps as well. Great job. Remember why you came. Remember your intention for this practice for your day. Remember to let go of any judgment. Wonderful. We'll bring our hands forward, walk it back to all fours, and we'll be making our way to a forward fold. However that may look for you, you might want to hold on to your chair or you'll stay with me. We'll bring one foot forward, bring our hands onto that front knee, tuck our toes, push to forward fold, exhale. Let the head hang, just let it dangle here. Have a big bend in our knees if you want, or grab your elbows. Let's take a little rock. Oh, that feels good. Can't wait to see you guys in person or online again next week. Halfway lift, breathe in. So let's flow through this strengthening back poses. Exhale, release. Inhale, draw the belly up towards the spine and our back lifts us up. Back down. One more halfway lift. And then we'll lift into chair. Wonderful. And then check in with that chair. Maybe you're on your chair. You can have a small bend, a deep bend, wherever you are. I tend to stick my backside out. Should not really have a big arch there. Try to tuck it a little bit, but not so much that you're rounded like so in your chair. See how it feels. Feels good on the quads. All the way up, breathe in. Exhale right back into our chair. And let's flow our chair, everyone, either on your chair or off. If you're working towards getting off the chair today, or you just want to play around, you'll just lift and lower. Match your movements to our breathing today and choose where you'd like to have your arms as you flow through your chair a few more times. We can slide them into our heart, or we can bring them down and around and up. That's a good one. Down and around and up, or just straight down. And then the opposite, so either big circles, or you go down and up. Warming up now right through our quads. Feeling good, I hope. Last flowing chair. And we'll meet with our arms up in extended mountain, anchoring through the soles of our feet. So we want to soften our knees and then grab our elbows. Tipping over to one side. So if elbows don't feel nice, you can extend through your wrist. Or you could have a hand supporting your head and the other hand down. All three of those will stretch the side of your body. And the other side, either elbows. Seeing, if you do have your hand down, maybe seeing how far you're reaching on this side. So making sure we're not leaning forward or leaning back. Bring it back. We'll reach our arms back up again. And if you'd like to, we'll flow. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bring it back down. So flowing through some calf raises today. The calves are often forgotten. So we're going to strengthen them today and stretch them. And they help support our knees. You don't have to have your arms up with me if you don't want to. If you're using your chair, it could be right on the edge, hands up or down, lifting, pointing our toes down towards the mat. One more flow through that one. And we'll bring our hands to our heart. Your shoulders should be nice and warm. Let's take ourselves into our moonflower. So if you're on your chair, you'll just widen your legs, or we come into our moonflowers here. Toes are on a slight angle. There's a soft bend in our knees. We can rise up with our arms. Exhale, bend our elbows, bend our knees. So today, let's think of really spreading the hands wide, stretching the palms of our hands. So there's space between every finger. We're going only so far as it feels good for your knees. Good, so you've got about 5 more. Just gonna check in, make sure everyone's doing okay. Flowing through your moonflowers if you want to, or you could be holding your moonflowers, whatever works. And turning it into a sunflower, hinging towards the earth. Back up, breathe in. You guys know I love sunflowers, the flow and the actual flowers. To have that circle to represent how we're all connected. Every living thing, and that includes the plants, the water, the dirt, all connected, all related. A few more. One more sunflower. Great job. We'll step back up to the tops of our mats. Move into some cactus arms. Straight stretching our hands today. So check in with where your elbows are. They might be down here. Let's try to raise them up, but not higher than our shoulders. And then picture something you really like. Maybe it's, what do I like? A brick of cheese right between your shoulder blades, and we'll hold it back there. And if you'd like to, you'll sit down into your chair. This is a great exercise at the wall. If you ever want to try this at the wall, trying to go up and down, or just being here, up, and trying to slide your elbows long. I think that wall feels a little funny. All right. And we'll release. Let's tuck our thumbs into our hands. Give our wrists some love. You can have them out or not. So check which way you're going right now, and then go the opposite. Good job. Really great on our wrists today. And let's do a standing sun salute. If you'd like to go down through that full sun salutation, you can, but I'm just going to hold the lunge today and I can talk you through it, or you can stay in the flowing lunge with me. Inhale, sweep up to the sky. Exhale, dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We'll step our left foot back into a lunge where we can be holding our lunge, and we will, everyone just hold your lunge for a couple breaths while I show the option on the chair. It could be long like this way or this way on our chair. Now I forget which foot we had forward, but I'll just pick one. We can bend and straighten our leg now. Or if you want to move into your full sun salutation, you'll exhale back to a downward facing dog. Inhale into a full or kneeling plank. Go right down to your belly on a breath out. Inhale into a cobra. Go back to your belly. Downward facing dog. And then you'll bring your foot back up between your hands. You'll meet us in our lunge. Wonderful. Hands out or up. And forward fold. Breathe out. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Fold. Breathe out again. Inhale, sweep up to the sky. Exhale to your chair. Back up, breathe in. Feel the air. Connect to it. Exhale into mountain. Let's do it again. Inhale, sweep through the air with your arms. Exhale, dive, feel it on your face. Inhale, strengthen up into our halfway lift, and then fold again. Taking your other foot back, maybe your left foot this time, either on your chair, off your chair, into your lunge, and we'll hold our lunge or flow. Or you'll exhale to down dog is an option. Inhale to plank. Exhale down to your belly. Inhale to cobra. Back to your belly, breathe out. Inhale, push back to your plank. Exhale, downward dog. And then your right foot comes up between the hands. Oh, we're getting a good workout for our shoulders. Meeting in our lunge, back heel high. Forward fold, breathe out. Ooh-wee, building some heat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, back up. Exhale to chair. All the way back up. Exhale to mountain. It's warm up here, you guys know that, but we've got 2 more of those to go through. We're building up some heat today. Big breath up, inhale. Exhale, dive. Good way to start your morning. Halfway lift. Fold again. Breathe out. Let's take the right foot back. Inhale to your lunge. Now we'll be holding our lunge this time, or you can flow it. Exhale to downward dog if you want to. Inhale to plank. Exhale down to your belly, or you're holding or flowing your lunge. Cobra. Make your way back to downward dog and then left foot up between the hands. We'll add a little twist on this time, bringing our hands to our heart, then our right hand across to our left knee, or even just across our body, or elbow down into your twist. Our back quadricep nice and strong. We're feeling grounded through the earth. Untwist and forward fold. Breathe out. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold again, breathe out. All the way up, breathe in, engage the core, let it protect your back. Chair pose. Great work. All the way back up and into mountain. Amazing, ladies. One more on the other side. Inhale, sweep to the sun, the moon, the stars. Exhale, dive through the air. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold again. That left foot going back, holding our lunge, or you're flowing through your down dog, plank, cobra, plank, downward dog. We'll hold here with our lunge, either flowing or not. And wherever you are, once you get back to your lunge, we'll add our twist, either a gentle twist, keep the hips forward so we don't want to twist our low back, or add your elbow. You can be holding this twist for 1 to 5 breaths, depending on when you join us here. Awesome. Untwist and forward fold. Breathe it out. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out again. All the way up, breathe in. Exhale to chair. Back up. Exhale to mountain. Good. Roll those shoulders back. And we'll move on to pigeon pose today. I believe we did tree last week for our standing balance. And then some warriors. Okay, pigeon can be done on your chair. If you're taking care of balance, or maybe balance is an issue, you come right onto your back, and I'll show the 3 options for it. We'll flex our left foot and bring it up above our knee. So that knee goes out to the side. If you're on your chair, you draw that knee up. You could put a block underneath your supporting foot if you wanted to increase it. Wonderful. And then we bend the supporting leg, so the leg that's supporting us on the earth, we bend that knee, whoa, and go back. Right away, we start to feel a stretch, and this is good for lower back pain. We keep this foot flexed to keep our knee safe. Then choose your arms. Maybe you want to keep them right at your heart, or you check in with your belly, or arms could be long. Breathe. We're holding this pose a little bit longer than usual. So instead of the 5 to 10 breaths, we're going 10 to 15, but you're never stuck. You're never, ever stuck. Do what feels right for you. About 5 more breaths. Ooh, getting windy in here. And release. Oh, it should feel really nice for your backside. Let's take a little forward fold. Let the head hang, let it just dangle here a bit. And then we'll be bending our left knee. So the right knee is a little bit straighter. And let the head dangle a little more. We'll straighten out both of our legs, halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Inhale to chair. Exhale up into our mountain pose. Let's do our pigeon on the other side. So this time flexing your right foot, bringing it up above the knee and sitting back, or you're on your chair. 10 or 15 breaths. Can take your own pace. So this was that option. Foot on a block, supporting your knee, hinging forward. Probably have about 5 more breaths left. And when you're ready, you'll make your way back to that forward fold. Either standing or on our chair, bending the right knee this time, getting more of a deeper stretch up into the back of your left leg. Breathe, everybody, breathe. And release, halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, standing up into our mountain pose. Shake that one out, grab a drink, adjust your clothes if you'd like to. If you want a challenge, you can hold your chair while the rest of us grab a drink. I'm not sure if I told you, this tea is amazing. I think it's just plain old Lipton, apple cinnamon turmeric ginseng. Okay, let's all meet in our chair pose. Breathe. Take a moment to check in with your feet. We've got both of our heels pressing down equally. And then we'll transfer the weight onto the right foot, maybe just by lifting the left heel, either keeping the toe down or lifting it up. Same way it can be done on your chair, lifting one leg and pressing firmly down into the other foot. Switch sides, either on your chair or up, toe down or up. Both heels go down. Let's straighten it out. Come up into a mountain pose. Hands come back behind us. Let's widen across our chests. And take the right foot to the top of our mat. Step our left foot back. Oops. Heel down. Moving into humble warrior. Bending our front knee. Our hips facing that front knee and hinging down. A bow towards Mother Earth. If you're on your chair, you'll be holding onto your chair. And a little bow forward. We'll release those hands, bring our back heel up, bring our hands to our front knee, and push up into a lunge. Wonderful. Just here for a breath or two before we move in to a reverse warrior. So our back heel will go down. If your right knee is bent, your right hand will reach forward and then up into reverse warrior. We're here again, about 10 breaths to 15. Feel that space across the front of your body on the side, most likely your right, opening up. You can look up at your hand, forward, or down at your back heel. Next month, the whole theme next month is bring back the love. So full body classes as usual, but a focus week 1, lower back, week 2, mid back, week 3, upper back, and then week 4, full spine, full back body. All right, let's look at our front knee, lift our back heel, step to forward fold, breathe out. We're doing that same 2 poses on the other side. Halfway lift, let's breathe in, fold again, strengthen that lower back. Bending our knees, this time taking your right foot back. Heel goes down, hands come back behind us. First we open up, chest expansion, and exhale, we bow. Pressing continually into both of our feet. Checking in with our knees. And if this doesn't feel nice, you could have your hands forward at your hips. On your chair. We'll lift our back heel, release our hands, rise up into our lunge. There it is. Here for just a breath or two before we reset for our reverse warrior. Heel goes down. Wonderful. Let's reach our left arm forward and then up into our reverse warrior. So we create lots of space here. Still pressing into our foot and choosing where we want to have our gaze this beautiful sunny day. Incredible. All right, right back to forward fold. Make sure you lift that back heel to protect your knee. On or off your chair, forward fold. We'll be making our way right down onto all fours again. So take your time. You want to turn and make your way down onto the mat. All fours, or you could still be on your chair with your arms out in front of you, shoulder blades together. Great job. Okay, so here we are on our chair. We'll be going into just a side plank variation, which I will show on the chair as well. So I'm going to turn to the side. If you've got yourself on all fours, you'll kickstand out your left knee. So just kickstands out to the side. Left hand stays down and it's kind of in line with this knee. Then the back foot goes back and we open up into a side plank. Breathe. There are, of course, many layers to side plank. You could bring your knee up and go into a full side plank. Lift a leg. If you're on your chair, you could be leaning over onto one side. So one leg open, yeah, there. And here we are in our side plank here, and you could try to unweight even your hand so that you're using your obliques. Wonderful. Let's bring it back to all fours. Now bring that knee that was down, bring that foot forward. We rise up into a kneeling lunge. So if your left foot's forward, your left hand goes on your lower back and your right hand goes to the outside of your left knee. You can look back over your shoulder if you want to, but check in with your neck. Wonderful. And only if it feels okay, we can take that hand off the back, reach it long, and look back down it. Check in with your core, make sure it's engaged. We'll untwist, bring that left hand to your left knee, and sweep the other arm back. Breathe. So take a moment to notice if that left knee followed you. We still want to have it on top of our ankle. Bring it to all fours. And we'll do our kneeling plank. Actually, we'll take a little break first in child's pose for our knees. Take a little break there, or do a flow if that feels better for you. We'll come back up to all fours on an inhale. Kickstand our right foot out. Right hand kind of lines up with where that knee is. The opposite foot goes out, and we rise up into our side plank on the other side. There's a little fire underneath, so we want to lift our hip away. And if you want to play around with this, you can, adding in layers. You could keep your knee down and lift your leg and or lengthen your arm. These are kind of fun. Should have showed it on the other side too. Another thing you could do would be some oblique crunches. Or you can just hang out wherever you want. Back to all fours. This time you'll bring that right foot forward. We'll rise up into our lunge. So a lot of the time we're sinking right down into our hip flexor on this one, but we don't have to today on that because of the twists that we're adding on. Our left hand over across to our left knee. We keep the belly button forward, the hips forward. That twist comes up in the rib cage. We place our other hand on our back. Our core is strong, hugging our spine. And if you'd like to, you'll extend that arm long. It depends on how your shoulder is on this side. Make sure that any of the movements that we do don't take your breath away in any way or hurt your ribs. All right, let's take it back to child's pose. I know if I'm feeling it on my knees, that means we're all feeling it on our knees today. We'll make our way to a seated position. Take your time. Sweep those feet around. We must do both. We must. So some modifications. We can keep our hands underneath the backs of our thighs, or even holding on to the fronts of our knees. We lift up and lengthen through our chest and hinge back, where we can choose to find our boat today. All of our boats are different. Lifting and lowering 1 or 2 feet, or you could hold both of your feet up if you want to. My quads are feeling the love today. I've got an exercise bike and I've been doing these exercise bike classes. Ooh wee. All right. Hold on to that boat a little longer. Again, 10 to 15 breaths today. You can change it up and switch up what version you're doing. And we'll lift up, give yourself a little hug. Stretch between the shoulder blades now. We'll let the chin drop towards the chest. And then lift up our chin, extending our right leg long and a gentle stretch here. So this foot can be on the knee or off to the side. This is called fire log pose, actually. I'm going to have to research that. I'm not really sure why. Maybe this is the log on the fire. Now, you can keep your hands on your foot or bring your hands to your sides and actively engage the core, press the sit bones down, engage the muscles of your legs. Then both feet will come forward. We'll do a forward fold before we go on to the other side. Now an option for forward fold. Bend your knees. This is called caterpillar pose. Bend your knees, still pointing those toes up though, and reach for your heels. I like caterpillar pose. And you can, over time, walk those feet out a little bit wider or a bit longer. But you can start in your little caterpillar. All right, let's do our fire log on the other side. The left foot extends. The right foot's strong, comes up above the knee, and we lengthen through the spine and choose where we want to have our arms. But we're not, well, if you want to just hang out in your pose, you can, but try to keep it nice and strong and active. Active breath, active muscle engagement, and a not so active mind. Let the thoughts go. Make sure I've got lots of time for, oh yeah, we're good. All right, extend it to forward fold. You can play around with your little caterpillar pose today. So you'd maybe start with belly to thighs, grab onto the bottoms of our feet or our heels. You can stay right there or walk them a little bit forward. You can hold wherever you want to. So great. All right. A couple more breaths. Whole back of our body opening up. We'll keep our knees bent. Put the soles of the feet on the mat for our bent knee and a gentle twist. We'll wrap either hold our forearm across our knee or hook that elbow onto the opposite knee, other hand back. A very nice revolved easy pose. Just make those modifications that work for you. Could be holding on to both of your knees. Could have your hand on a block. And simply switching to the other side. So we come center again, choose what feels nice for this side. But again, those hips are nice and stable. So our lower back isn't twisting. It's long and we twist up from the mid back and upper back up. And wherever you want to have your chin, depending on how the neck, if it's loving you today or needs a little love, we can have the chin and chest or looking back over our back shoulder. All the way back around. All right, my friends, roll back onto your backs. Draw those knees into chest. We've got a couple more. We've got our rock side to side, which is one of my faves. A modification for this one, if your hip flexors aren't feeling great today, you can keep your feet on the mat and just rock side to side, the lower back down. What a great day. Okay. Great day with you guys. So nice to just let your mind go from anything and focus on being here present on our mats. Okay, legs up a wall. Unless you'd like to do happy baby beforehand. Our legs will go up a wall, or option to be in happy baby so that we have enough time for our meditation. Another great modification for this, if it doesn't feel great to hold your legs up, you put them on a chair and settle in 10 or 15 breaths. Or you can do your Shavasana on your legs up a wall today. But I'd recommend, if you are going to do your Shavasana legs up a wall, actually go up a wall so that you can really relax. You can even tie your feet together when you're in legs up a wall, so you don't have to hold them together. So let those legs relax a little bit. Amazing. We'll all bend our knees, or you can stay in your legs up a wall. If there's another pose that is calling your name right now and you want to practice that safely, of course, do so. And otherwise, make your way into your version of Shavasana, either legs up a wall, constructive rest with our feet out. Settle in, and I'll read to you once you're settled in. I'll do a quick guided meditation, then a few meditations, a guided meditation, then a few quotes. And take your time to find your Shavasana. Soften the body completely. Soften the jaw, the eyes. I actually think that I have a forgiveness meditation in here. Okay. Honestly, never thought I'd really do forgiveness meditation, but I feel the need for it today. Maybe you do too. So we're coming to a comfortable position, either lying in our back or seated. Take a moment to get comfortable here and begin to focus on the natural rhythm of your breathing. Inhale slowly and smoothly, allowing the breath to travel deeply into your lower belly, right down deep. Pause and exhale slowly, smoothly, releasing the breath from the body, either through your nose or your mouth. Take this time to settle into a more relaxed feeling. Focusing on your own internal experience. Make any last minute adjustments and feel the breath flowing in and flowing out. Softening our face and jaw. Allow the breath to flow smoothly in and smoothly out. Soften your eyes and relax your shoulders. Let your entire body feel relaxed. Feel the earth beneath you. Take a moment to really notice the earth. Treating the earth with love and respect. Just like we would treat ourselves. Continue to breathe and let any distracting thoughts float away. Picture something that comes to mind that maybe you judge yourself for. Maybe you feel regret or irritation or sadness. Notice how it feels even bringing it to mind. Then focus on these 3 phrases, not forcing anything, but setting an intention. I forgive myself for not understanding. I forgive myself for making mistakes. I forgive myself for causing pain and suffering to myself and others. Bring your attention back again and repeat the phrases. I forgive myself for not understanding. I forgive myself for making mistakes. I forgive myself for causing pain and suffering to myself and others. Let's take a few moments, notice the breath again. This type of practice could be too painful, and at any time, without judging yourself, just come back and focus on your breath. Allow yourself to settle and return when you're ready, now or maybe sometime in the future. Our mind naturally holds on to instances where we feel mistreated by others. There may be experiences that were entirely wrong or traumatic, or that concretely require our attention or action. At the same time, we can practice avoiding the second arrow. I forgive you for not understanding. I forgive you for making mistakes. I forgive you for causing pain and suffering to me and to others. Letting go of the tendency to add resentment and judgment and everything related to challenging and unpleasant situations. Again, if it's just too much to consider, return to your breathing. Practices of forgiveness can be quite challenging. So in these last few moments, on each breath in, noticing and accepting whatever you feel right now. And on each breath out, as you would for a close friend, offering yourself relief or freedom or strength or whatever first comes to mind. Forgiveness doesn't mean passive or not taking action. It doesn't mean standing down when we need to protect ourselves or someone else from harm. Do what needs to be done. And that might mean taking a pause, settling the mind, and trying to see things as clearly as possible before taking action. Before we end our class today, one of my favorite little passages, Richard Wagamese Ojibwe Meditations. You may have heard this one before. I love it. I've been referred to as odd before. Nowadays, I prefer to refer to myself as odd, as an AWED. I want awe to be the greatest ongoing relationship in my life. I want to move through my days floored by the magnificence and generosity of my Creator. The breaking of a day, the silence between words, the light emanating from a real, true conversation, and kindness, truth, love, and the apparently random hand of grace. I want to remain gobsmacked by all of it, rendered speechless by wondered. I await the next unfolding. Peace to you, my friends. I hope you are also awed today. Matsi Cho, I send you gratitude today and hope for you all to walk a peaceful path with compassion, inclusion, and kindness for yourself and for others. Otso Kanacha, take care of yourself. Namaste. enjoy the rest